am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any ever. Do all I can just to show you you're special. Certain it's your love that holds me together. You say he been...
Et yo, comment allez-vous? Bonsoir. Alors on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour l'épisode numéro 11 de Vampyr. Du coup, petit rappel de ce qui s'est passé dans l'épisode précédent. On a vu l'autre vieux salaud là, hein, qui nous a menti sur l'identité de l'infirmière qui finalement était bien dans la cour juste derrière chez lui là. Donc on va essayer de trouver un petit peu... Enfin on va essayer de trouver, pas un petit peu d'ailleurs, mais on va essayer de trouver... des conneries. On va essayer de trouver donc du coup ce qui est marqué à droite là. Richard ou Clayton Derby. Donc l'un ou l'autre on est à peu près vers... c'est à 42 mètres là, on va voir. Rien ici. On va passer par là. Clayton. Ce serait pas lui par hasard? Vu le chargement, je pense que je l'ai essayé.
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins. Even now, he judges your words and actions. The wars of men.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Derby.
Ah, le fameux Clayton.
I'm new to Whitechapel, but perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
On va d'abord questionner, tiens. Oh, c'est un peu méchant ça, mais vas-y.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Derby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Ouais.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here
si tu
than a
savais.
simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Sont fait mordre.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Ouais.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Je vois.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza?
Grippe espagnole, c'est vrai ça, pourquoi
It's as
tu...
though none of you care.
There's a war going on.
Il est encore peu
People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait dire comme avis par rapport à ça? On comprend les faits que ce soit la guerre et tout, mais... Ouais,
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Je suis d'accord. Petite question personnelle, j'ai pas d'indice, tant pis, bon, on va aller dire au direct.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Je me soucie de la santé
I'm a
publique.
doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out.
Sort jamais.
Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no
aucune
relatives
famille.
at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can
Ah
I
mais on le
find this
connaît,
Mr. Nethercott?
Nisser
He
Netcock.
spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Je vois.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Salut Derby. Merde. Je mets un bouclier pour rien. Richard il est dans la zone. Ah il est là mon petit Richard. Bah alors Rich.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir.
Est-ce que j'ai des dans ce chat déjà tout dit? Et là, pas d'indice en plus. On va aller au direct.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
À propos de
looking for
Crane,
Dorothy
tu la connaîtrais
Crane.
pas par hasard?
A nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Et Darius
What can you tell me
Petrescu.
about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Ah bon. Eh ben merci. Pas d'indice, et là au cas où. Très bien.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Ah, ça doit être là en bas. Attends. Et tu es Camélia. C'est toi Camélia, bonsoir.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
C'est vrai qu'elle parle pas.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
C'est bien. Si toutes les
Very
discussions pourraient aller aussi bien,
Goodbye then.
enfin, aussi rapide, ça serait cool. La boîte aux lettres, c'est pas ça là?
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Allez, on va essayer de le faire sortir là, cet enfoiré.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
Bah ouais, ouvre ta porte là, fais pas chier, putain.
All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Mais t'inquiète. Eh bah, il a fallu du temps avant qu'il accepte. Hein. Bonsoir. Hop, je prends ça si ça vous dérange pas. Je prends ça aussi, hein, d'ailleurs. Ah,
It's locked, all right.
Verrouillé. Je prends ça, ça vous dérange pas. Et je prends ça aussi, hein, m'en voulez pas. Je te boufferais bien, tu vois.
It's locked.
Ouais, ouais, ça va, ça va. Eh bah. Il y a des malades par ici. Hein. Ça va, c'est plutôt grand ici, dis donc. On dirait un vampire. On dirait qu'il a soif comme ça. Je suis là.
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Les gars, moi allez hein.
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor, none at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Bah, tu suggères quoi alors?
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery.
Ah ouais, il en...
Find the wound.
Il va le bouffer là, ça continue devant elle.
Of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Massage cardiaque.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Je sais pas, je suis pas médic moi. Il est mort?
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself,
Oh non, lui
Doctor.
devait sûrement se faire...
Yes, I'd best take some
devait sûrement
samples
se
of the
faire
blood for analysis.
en train de transformer en nouveau-né de vampire, hein, parce que pour être aussi nerveux comme ça là.
You're here to test my bedside. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Ouais, mais c'est... Et pourquoi tu fais pas
Dr.
confiance aux autres personnes
Swansea
si...
is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Eh ben, va travailler là-bas.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Hein, qu'est-ce qu'il raconte?
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter.
Ouais,
You
ouais,
know
je te
nothing
permets
of
pas, hein.
poverty, nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Non. Mais je peux la charmer? Ah, attends.
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Eh ben voilà. J'ai gagné un niveau de charme là.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Oh, ça me ferait 2400 XP si je la bouffe. C'est quoi là? Mais qu'est-ce que... Bande de... Oh non, toi là-bas tu vas me gonfler. Putain les enfoirés, ils ont tué tout le monde. M'occuper des plus petits d'abord. Ah waouh waouh. Tu te calmes, Maurice. Ah waouh. À toi mon gros. Bouffez-moi. T'as pas honte de tuer des innocents comme ça? Ouais, il me touche pas là. Ils sont passés comment?
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in. If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea.
Ah bon? Et tu m'expliques comment ils sont rentrés, les autres bouffons là?
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Oh, en vrai, elle peut continuer ce qu'elle fait, mais sans nuire à notre ami Vampyr.
Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you?
Ah, il est romain lui aussi?
Not directly. I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius.
Ah, un ancien
combattant.
combattant.
Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. but I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Ouais, mais bon, si t'étais pas parti.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but...
C'est vrai que c'est embarrassant.
This war won't last forever.
No. I have taught strength and determination to my son.
Ouais, je vois. Ouais. Et est-ce qu'on peut apprendre quelque chose là? Non, on a tout fait, très bien. Et là? Oh, on a tout fait aussi. Ouais. Okay,
Goodbye.
Allez, au revoir, hein, la bise. Hop. Alors. Je dois retourner. Je dois retourner à l'hôpital, très bien. Ouais, je sais même pas par où il faut que je passe là. Si c'est ça, c'est bon. Et après, je vais tout droit.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Calmez-vous, voyons. Allez! Ah, je suis bloqué là. Bonsoir. Moi, je vais me faire toi d'abord parce que je sens que tu vas me casser les... C'est des boss? Ah ouais, je suis un peu coincé là. Hop là. Ah non, ils vont pas me casser. Ok. Oh, t'es sérieux là? J'ai l'impression qu'il faut que je m'occupe des plus gros d'abord en fait. Ouais, en gros, ok. Ouais, ça va porter indéfiniment. Faut que je me les fasse. Faut que je me les fasse. Hop, viens là mon mignon, que je te bouffe un peu. Ah ouais, ça pique ça. Hein. viens, 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 viens. Oh là là, il va être relou ce combat là. Hein, les frères Shen. Oh là là. Genre, il m'a touché de là. Eh ben non, c'est con ça. Hein. Voilà, un de moins. Je veux fuir, merci. Eh, tu sais pas te battre tout seul ou quoi? Voilà, allez. Eh ben, c'était la merde, hein. Eh ben écoutez, sur ce, moi je vous laisse dans cet épisode. Hein. Donc je vous souhaite à tous une bonne journée ou une très bonne fin de soirée. Et puis je vous dis à la prochaine. Allez, au revoir.